Hi, Tim Roy for Warriors.com with Warriors General Manager Larry Riley. We're now into the final week before the NBA draft, and now is a time where I don't envy your sleep patterns, I don't envy your phone bills.
Well, yeah, there's lack of one and more of another than I need, so to speak, but it all goes with the territory. So, yeah, there'll be some sleepless nights. And the doggone guys on the East Coast can't figure out that if they get up and call me at 9 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock here. They just don't get that.
Yeah, you got to talk to them about time zones and get the reality of it all. But we've already seen maybe a deal or so that's going to affect the draft. How many things change between, say, 3 weeks before the draft to the moment before the draft?
The moment before the draft is really where a lot of things can change. And as you've already mentioned, it kind of started today with some movement, and I would anticipate then that there might be another one over the weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably not so much Wednesday. If there is action on Wednesday, a lot of times those things have already been set, and nobody's dreaming up a deal on Wednesday. It's been talked about quite a bit, just happens to get announced that day.
Let's talk a little bit about the process right now. You're still going to have some people in for some final workouts. You've seen tape on them, I'm sure, everybody.
Yes.
So how do you go through a checklist to make sure that you and your staff are on the same page?
Well, that's exactly what you do. You get a checklist and you just go down every guy and then look at his attributes and make sure that you haven't overlooked anything, and you continuously are asking questions. Okay, what about this? What about that? Can he actually convert some part of his game that you have a question on from college basketball to the NBA? And the one stat that usually bears out, and we've talked about this before, is rebounding. If a guy rebounds in a good college basketball league or conference, he's probably going to be able to rebound in the NBA. Now, that doesn't mean that everything that's done translates, and that's one of the determining things that you have to come up with. Can a guy be quick enough to get to the basket if that's his strong suit? Do things close down on him quicker than he's used to? So those are all evaluation points.
How many different scenarios do you have with the picks above you? I mean, do you have to go through it almost, if this guy's available, do we do this or that?
You know what, in the sixth spot, I really think that 4 of those guys are locked in some fashion or another. So all you've got is who is the number 5 guy, and then that tells you who's left at 6. And we've got several scenarios on it, but they're not mind-boggling. It should come down to being maybe one of 3 scenarios that we're looking at.
Now, as we're recording this here at the Warriors practice facility, you hear some noise in the background. Players are here working out, trying to get better. Anthony Morrow, Anthony Tolliver are here today. How does that make you feel when you see guys coming back at this time of the year?
Oh, we really like it. Anthony Randolph was in last week, spent a week here, and of course Reggie Williams has been here a great deal. And it's good for our organization that we've got guys who want to come back here and work, and then we'll be sending some of our assistant coaches out to visit with guys and actually work them out in other cities throughout the summer as well.
You mentioned Anthony Randolph. Maybe now would be a good time. Do you have any updates on the injured guys? It may take you a while to go through them all, but do you have an update?
The update on him is that his ankle is fine, and he went through the workouts that he did here last week without any issues at all. The same is true with Brandon Wright. Although I have not seen Brandon, he will be here Sunday. But I've been in touch with him, and we've gotten reports on him. He's supposed to be 100% cleared and ready to go. And so our 2 number 4 men, so to speak, in our lineup, although they're not our only number 4s, but the 2 that were injured for the most part should be healthy and ready to go. And Brandon's going to play in the summer league and play a lot. We probably will not end up playing Anthony Randolph. He's going to come, he'll work out, he'll be around the team. He's been through 2 summer leagues. We need Brandon Wright to play a lot of minutes in the summer league and get most of those minutes. So I'm anticipating that they're both going to be healthy. Andres Biedrins has basically finished up his rehab. He should be healthy next year. Turioff is getting rest and then doing some maintenance work through the summer. So those guys should be in good shape. Azubuike, will take a little bit longer. That's the nature of that injury, but we expect him to be ready to go during camp, but I'm not sure that, particularly in July, I'm not sure that he's going to be able to do much with basketball. He will be able to do some things as the summer goes on.
Now, finally, as you get ready for a draft, you've been through this a number of times, how stressful, how nerve-wracking is the final week?
The final week can be pretty stressful. You try to set up some different scenarios as to what you also might do around the draft. And sometimes to know what could be done with trades later in the summer is helpful, but that becomes an estimate. It's just like with free agency, that doesn't start until July 1, and so it's an estimate of what might happen there. Therefore, we're very comfortable with picking the best player that we can get at number 6.
And there's going to be a lot of movement this year with free agency in the NBA.
Well, there's going to be some big names that are certainly at the top of the list, and I don't know how soon that'll all shake out. I mean, I really think that those top guys are probably going to have to do something, and then the market will get set after that.
Larry, it's a pleasure.
My pleasure. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Best of luck getting ready for the draft.
Thank you.
That's Larry Riley. I'm Tim Roye. Thanks for clicking and rolling here at Warriors.com.